TSA officials confirmed today that 2 passengers were talking suspiciously during a flight from Florida to Phoenix. The FBI detained the men when the flight landed, but later released them. And CBS 5's Elias Johnson joins us now with more on what happened last night, which, as you can imagine, brought up more controversy on whether or not this was racial profiling. Elias?
Well, Peter, U.S. Air Flight 192 originated in Orlando, connected here in Phoenix before continuing on to San Diego, and it was between Orlando and Phoenix where passengers noticed 2 Middle Eastern men acting in a way they felt was suspicious. According to TSA, the 2 men arrived late to their flight in Orlando and were talking about it loudly on board. After takeoff, the men began watching the movie The Kingdom, a 2007 action movie about terrorism in the Middle East. More than one passenger noticed them watching and talking in Arabic about the movie. It apparently made them feel uncomfortable. But finally, during the descent, one of the men stood up and began moving around while the fasten seatbelt sign was on. At that point, passengers alerted the flight attendants, who in turn notified the pilot of a possible problem. After landing in Phoenix at 9:59 last night, authorities removed the men from the plane and took them in for questioning. After a few hours, they were released. Here's what Ibrahim with the Council for American-Islamic Relations in Washington, D.C. had to say about last night's events.
I think it was obviously in reaction to the incident on Christmas Day in Detroit, in which somebody attempted to bomb a Northwest Airlines flight. But we would urge people not to succumb to their fear or stereotyping, and avoid these kinds of incidents by remaining vigilant, but vigilant for actually suspicious behavior. Merely speaking Arabic or watching a movie or having a darker complexion does not constitute suspicious behaviors.
Hooper tells me since 2001 there are been a number of these cases reported on the climb, on the increase, and he says if someone feels they have been racially profiled, contact TSA or any type of an advocacy group like CAIR and report it immediately. The main thing here, Peter, is were these procedures followed appropriately, or did fear take over? Flight 192 coming up at 10. We'll talk to passengers here at Sky Harbor, hear how they feel things should have gone down. We're live at Sky Harbor. Elias Johnson.